Mary, the mother of God, so the divine motherhood of God. First of all, it has been a very controversial issue in the church, in the early church, especially before 431 AD, because there was the problem that Mary cannot be the mother of God, and Mary is not the mother of God. So there were a lot of discrepancies. Some said that, okay, Mary should be the mother of Christ. So, in fact, the Greek word they used was Christotokos. So it means that the bearer of Christ. And the other says that, well, if you are saying Mary is not the mother of God, how do you separate Christ from Jesus himself, God? So they try to look at the nature of Jesus Christ. It also brought a lot of heresies in the church, a lot of heresies like Arianism and other things. Some says that, okay, Jesus was just a kind of creature. He was not really God, so as to diminish this aspect of Mary being the mother of God. But no, when we look at the scripture, we realize that no, Mary actually, first of all, was preserved from original sin. And so because of that, God himself dwell in Mary, and through the annunciation of the angel Gabriel, that you conceive and bear a son, and the son will be called Emmanuel, meaning God with us. So they later decided that, okay, or they recognized the fact that Jesus has two natures, human and divine. So where did he get the human nature from? And that was the question, and that question actually was answered in the Council of Ephesus in 431, that Jesus got his human nature from Mary. And so sometimes, in fact, I have been wondering why the argument was so long to conclude. I would like to say, for instance, the women who are listening to us, if you give birth to a son, would you separate yourself from the child? Would you say, oh, this child is not mine? Or the child would not say, this is not my mother. It's impossible. No? But yet they were trying to look for a way to deny this fact. No? So it's one of the four doctrines on Mary, and it's beautiful that sister is asking us to share about some of those titles, and this is not it's not just one of the titles there, but this is a dogma that you and I as Catholics should accept without questioning and without doubt. It's they say that it's imposed on us, more or less, to believe this dogma of the church. So this is what I would like to share with you, that Mary is the mother of God, and she is the Theotokos, the birth giver of God. And yeah, so we continue to honor her, we continue to ask through her intercession, because she rightly participates in the work of salvation. In fact, sometimes they try to say that she's also the mediatrix, which means a kind of mediator, but that one is a little bit theologically difficult, because Jesus is the only mediator between God and us, and he died for us. But surely we cannot underrate the role of our Blessed Mother in the works of salvation, in the work of salvation. So, sister, this is what I'll share with you briefly. And we pray God.